friends and neighbors, Tesuiji at the desk with the flying purple baseball beaters, and much love to AZ Axel for the raid in. Obrigado, good sir. Thank you for bringing over 200 people in. Goodness. Unfortunately, I don't have a lineup intro today because it is an off-season stream. Yay! Let's go over what exactly happened. Last season was a bit of a dud. We had one exceedingly bad month. We had a June swoon that cost us the division, a postseason spot, the wild card. I mean, we still made a game of it. We finished second in the division, fifth in the wild card. We were only eliminated late in the month of September. I mean, you could point to the pitching being the primary issue, and yeah, not incorrect. Ken Cloud and David Shepard did kind of a number on our ERA. But hey, Mike Pelfrey came up and pitched really well. Hopefully he continues to do so after recovering from his torn labrum. We added Franklin Morales from the Boston Red Sox. He pitched quite well since coming over, and he's cheap. Rookie Mike Minor joined us in the bullpen last season. He's going to be... We got him on a sweetheart deal with the Cincinnati Reds. We got him for Chase Headley. Like, come on. But yeah, big part of the rotation going forward. Mike Leake, first supplemental round selection last season. Going to be a big part of the rotation. So, I mean, our rotation is set. I'd love to get like a top-line starter, but not really much of an issue. We have what I'm calling the bento box bullpen in Koji Uehara, acquired from the Red Sox, Hisanori Takahashi, draftee in 2010, and Hideki Okajima, acquired from Pittsburgh. It's me. You can't keep me away from the Japanese baseball players. We even picked up Ubaldo Jimenez off waivers, and he did well in a few starts for us. Also, an actual Colorado Rockies real-life player, so I like that. Zinneker, a Rule 5 ad, did really well. He got some Rookie of the Year votes. I'm expecting Matt Bush to play a role in the team going forward. We let Shea Hillenbrand walk. We did not pick up his team option. Our catching tandem next season will be Derek Barton and Chris Paxton, who we acquired from the Minnesota Twins last season. Russell Martin put up 4 wins above replacement as a first baseman. Yes! Looking forward to seeing how the muscle continues next year. We added Jordy Mercer as a in the same trade with Boston. Leader, multi-position eligibility. He'll fill the role the gap previously had by Chase Headley quite nicely. Melvin Upton Jr., 4.4 wins above replacement, strikes out way too often. So kind of on the bubble for possibly leaving the team. I have thoughts on that. Beltre put up almost 4 wins above replacement with a sub-100 OPS. I can imagine that will change. Drew had a bad season. Maybin had a good season. Especially now that we moved him to center field where, hello, 4.4 wins above, or zone rating. Grady Sizemore is the face of this franchise. Almost a 2030 campaign. We're going to send him into the lab for improving his endurance if we get the chance. Right now, our left fielder is expected to be Wilson Peralta. Defense leaves me concerned. He may still make the team. Star Wars fan, thank you for the follow. But I have my sights set elsewhere. Like the thunder from down under, Tom Bryce. 2-time MVP, 833 walks in 1,240 career games. Career 427 on base. Put up a 478 in 2004. And if he joins Colorado, he will have plenty of protection in the lineup. Sorry, I'm going to fiddle with the volume on the soundtrack again. There we go. So I went out and gave him basically 5 years at 19 mil, plus a team option for the final year, or for a 6th year, plus a $5 million signing bonus, basically goosing the dollar value of year 1 to 24 million, and hopefully that's enough to sway him. He is the best free agent on the market right now, or at least the best free agent that would help us. Arias and Fulmer, not quite moving the needle. Arias in particular fills a position we very much already have, even though he has been a dominant home run hitter for the Texas Rangers. Thames, of course, left in free agency. He's a type A. Bryce is basically Thames with more batted ball luck and better defense, and being like 4 years younger. Before we sim further into the off-season, I did not realize Craig Stansbury was Saudi by birth. Neat. Take a look at the league news. You see our payroll, 29th in the league. That may change. Jason Worth wins NL MVP in a contested ballot. I mean, what does Hanley Ramirez have to do to win? No Rockies made the list there. Matt Shoemaker wins the Cy Young for the NL. Ryan Anderson, a rare offseason for him. Well, good to see Stephen Coey still kicking high knee. Michael Tarsi wins Rookie of the Year over Nick Swisher and Woods Fines. John Zinneker getting some down ballot recognition. Silver Sluggers. No real surprises here. Grady Sizemore picks up one for his work in right field. Hideki Okajima getting some relief man down ballot votes. No Golden Gloves. Yeah, that kind of tracks with how this season went. So guys, I've got in the dev lab for the moment. We got Mike Minor to improve his pitch movement. If he can just top up to 50 home runs against, yeah, he's face of the franchise pitcher. Or at least ace of the bunch. Hoping Wilson Peralta can get some extra range out in the corner outfield so I don't have to trade him. Hoping Nick Vincent can improve his pitch movement, because otherwise, why am I keeping him? Got Chase Anderson and Chasen Shreve working on endurance training to try and get their stamina into the starting realm. They get to 40, they're starting, or could be starters. And Scott Schebler working on his defense in the outfield. Defensive programs, because they're shorter, I'm going to be able to run a few more guys through them. Like, Sizemore's going to get one, Maben's going to get one, Drew, Upton Jr. That'll help dictate what the rest of the offseason is going to look like. We're also out trying to hire a new coach for our junior team. Terry Cornut, our third base coach, wants to leave. Ah, dang it. All right. Bye. David Marzano wants to leave even though I just promoted him. Good grief. Jordan Zimmerman, if he comes back healthy, could be a key piece of the bullpen, ideally. We've got a lot of these, like, cusp guys. Alright, well, let's see if we can at least, Manager has control over that. Yeah, we're gonna let these guys walk. I really gotta turn off that setting. Oh, yeah, a quick review of the postseason. Congratulations to the Chicago White Sox in a rematch of the 1919 World Series. The Pale Hose pick up their second win in 3 seasons. The Yankees made it back to the postseason. Good for them. It's hard for the Cincinnati Reds because they deserve... Ooh! Pelfrey out for an entire season now. Great! So glad we didn't throw money at him. Maybe we do still need to sign a starting pitcher. Yikes. Alright, Terry Cornut off the Marlins. Some trades going on. Claudio Arias heads to the Mets. So neat. Queens getting a big ticket free agent out the chute. This is the second to last offseason in which the Type A, Type B free agent concept is a thing. Starting in 2020, or in 2012, they will just have the qualifying offer, which most of us in the modern game are familiar with after all. We got him! Let's change that nickname. Thunder Down Under. Or from Down Under. The pride of Australia. Never made it above single A in the real world. And now he's our starting left fielder. So now we really need Mabin to improve his defense up in center field. If he can get to like a 70 outfield range, that plays. Ditto for Drew improving his defense. That may make Upton Jr. Available. I've had my eye on some guys. Oh yeah, fans love it. Just casually adding 6 wins above replacement in one fell swoop. There we are. Claudio Arias getting 7-year, $142 million from the Nye Mets. So yes, that means we are giving up our first round choice to the Kansas City Royals. Maybe we're going to be lucky and get a guy named, or a draft pick from Marcus Thames. Either way, means we can save a little bit on the draft budget. So it'll be interesting to see when the winter meetings start. Alright, we got John Oisif coming. I'm willing to trust my manager on this. Alright, Marcus Thames leaves the team. He goes to Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay gave him 5 years, $82 million. That's a big get for them. Alright. No changes on Wilson Peralta, so he is trade bait. Scott Schebler with a defensive improvement. Arm, range, and error. That works. Alright, off to the dev lab. Let's see who we're going to send in next. Ooh, we still can do big programs too, but I want to keep the... Like, part of me wants to send... Sizemore in for strength and conditioning and then sacrifice the defensive slot. I think that may be what we do. Sizemore in for strength and conditioning. And then let's roll Mabin in for center field. Wait, I think I said I wanted Upton or Drew. Let's rethink this. Fragile's still good. Let's go improve defense at second base. Can you get injured in Dev Lab? Actually, a negative result, Attica, is that you can become more susceptible to injury if you screw things up or if it's a poor result. Mark Sullivan had that happen to him. All right, let's get Drew and Upton both in there to improve their defense. Yeah, Sizemore can find a way. I mean, he's stayed mostly healthy. Just back issues lately. Well, it is basically like a forced TCR, if you think of it in that way. Alright, let's see who's on the trading block. Alright, Aaron Heilman joins our minor league team. Guy pitched a no-hitter for us in 2009. I'm not opposed to bringing him back, or at least letting him compete for a roster spot. So the guys I'm looking at are defensive outfielders. Hello, Matt Diaz. Defensive infielders. Maybe not Jason Borges. We did trade him away. Nelson Talon already has buyer's remorse. Oops. And he's basically a worse version of Melvin Upton Jr. that doesn't help us any. Let's take a look at the pitchers. Hey, Minerva, good to see you. Yeah, let's take a look at starters specifically. Especially with the knowledge that Mr. Pelfrey is out for season. Lance Carter is an interesting choice. Extreme ground baller, suppresses home runs. Do we get another Kansas City player in Noah Lowry, though? Extreme ground baller, 2 years under contract. Yeah, what are you looking for? I intentionally didn't give Barton and Upton Jr. multi-year deals because I wasn't sure if they were going to stick it out and be a part of this team long-term. I'm still not sold on Barton's defense. And it's too late to take Upton Jr. out of the dev lab, isn't it? No! Okay. Bye-bye. Okay. Let's get Mabin in there. Okay. That Noah Lowry deal. I'd want to get more, though. familiar names leaking into the game. Zach Cozart is basically a cheaper man's Melvin Upton Jr. If we trade away Melvin Upton Jr., then Jordy Mercer is going to be taking a larger role, unless we go out and sign a defensive shortstop. Or we try and acquire one from these guys. Alright. Can you add in a Robbie Grossman? No. What about a David Peralta? Nope. Okay. Then we are going to have to rebalance this. Ooh, Ramon Reyes, hello. No. He's Rule 5 eligible. I should be able to just swipe him. Conley's not available. We are dredging the basement here. Suarez is an outfielder. Ha! Yeah, that's not... Surdidi. Mr. Gregorius, no. Okay, Corey Rasmus, though. Does Rasmus have options? Oh, 3 of them left. Perfect. Can't have too many arms. How much are they willing to eat in terms of contract? Does that change if I get rid of Rasmus? I'd rather them eat the money. Yeah, so let's go with Salazar, Upton Jr. Okay, let me add Rasmus back in. Yes! Alright, this is our deal. There's our ace. Melvin Upton Jr. heads to Kansas City. He got rings and his 2 cups of coffee with the club, took over second base last season, and has struck out way too often. Adding Lowry is exactly what we needed. Now we have an ace. And that'll take some of the load off Pelfrey, who is, of course, arm cabroken. Alright, so Jordy Mercer moves into the second base slot. And since that didn't even add that much to our payroll, we could still go out and add a Julio Cordito if we wanted. My phone has decided to blow up on me. I mean, Victor Castillo's an interesting choice. He walks a lot, but doesn't swing enough to really do damage. Like a 177 batting average? Yikes. Here's the guys I had circled. Miguel Cabrera on the Seattle Mariners. Fat chance they're going to give him up. Hanley Ramirez on the Diamondbacks. I have never seen an 85 infield range before. The fact that he hasn't gotten a Golden Glove yet is highway robbery. Marshall McDougall, who at one point we were looking to trade for, but at age 31, probably not. And Cordito. A trade for McDougall wouldn't be a bad option. But I don't have any one player that'll make it work unless I, like, try and build a deal around Derek Barton, which is not happening. So let's see if we can find a buyer for, who else do we have on the trading block? We got the Rule 5 draft coming up soon, too. Let's see if we can get something for Peralta and Testa. Boston Red Sox offering old man Derek Jeter. How about no? Guardians offering Jose Vidro. Angel Barrios. Mr. 8 BB per 9. Not happening. Tigers offering old man Scott Rowland. Even older man Chipper Jones. Man, yeah, the Tigers just want to get out of their contracts. Derek Hawk, except he's a jerk and can't pitch in Coors. Old man Sean Green, who needs to be a DH somewhere. Pittsburgh is offering Arrieta? Okay, circle back around to that one in a little bit. Ian can't defend. Rowan, debatable. Okay, what's the reason why Arrieta's up for... What am I missing? This is a slam dunk. One moment, folks. Who else could we pinch? Bunch of old friends over on Pittsburgh. Chris Davis at second. Very interesting. Yeah, let's grab Jake Arrieta. All right, so now the rotation is Lowry, Scott, Arrieta, Morales, Leak. And the hope is that Brian Scott can still pitch. I mean, next season, 2012 is a team option, so we don't have to worry about it in that much. And if it means Mike Minor can continue to refine his stuff in the bullpen, I don't know how you say no to that. Jason Shreve excelling. Ooh. Oh, that'd be nice. I still think we can improve with the middle infield. Cordito keeps calling to me. Yeah, we got better pitchers than some of the guys out on the market without having to spend as much money. Ha. Justin Verlander gets paid only $13.6 over 6 years. Cubs outlaying some money. Peavy going back to the Mets. We made our one big spend. We're already in the positive war. Ooh, Padres adding Troy Gloss from Toronto. And Leo Daig via free agency. So they're ahead of us on the war board. Let's give Sergio Palafox a spring training invite. Additional leader could possibly play that shortstop position, that middle infield that we need so much. The issue with Cordito is that although he's defensively sound, the fragility gives me pause. There are other options out there for free agent shortstop. Cintrone, Amezaga, who I think we actually gave an invite to, and he didn't make the club last season. Palafox does have the better bat, at least. And then there's Prasici, who is a Type B free agent. Compare him and Cordito. Cordito's got some unexpected pop. He is also the better defender, so if we wanted to really, like, goof this up, let's talk to Cordito. Let's go 3 by 11.4 and see what he says. Oh, okay. 12 by 4? Well, he doesn't want to play. Dodgers may snap him up, and that's fine. Robert Bowser heading to Boston. See who else. Manny Ramirez heads to Queens. That's an interesting signing. No DH for Manny. Brad Fulmer to Toronto. 3 years at 15.6. One of the premier home run hitters in the game. Now gets to DH. Wait, where's Delgado? Oh, he's back to being the backup catcher. That's an oops. Clearly they can't get rid of him. Let's get to the Rule 5 draft and see if there's any options through that we could possibly snap up. They got Hideki Matsui playing first base. Oh dear. whole lot of 60s in the pool. Any defensive outfielders? Abraham Almonte. Is there anyone who'd be worthwhile adding to the team? DeRosa being a bad personality seems like a bit of a whiff. I think we may actually just decline out of the Rule 5 draft this year, which is a rarity for us. Oh yeah, Heilman's in the Rule 5 because, oops, we signed him too early. Not sure I like Ryan Kelly. Let's do, oh, we could work with Cishek. Alright, so if Cishek comes available, I think we take him. I trust him more than like a Chris Hatcher type. And a blinding fastball in Coors? That plays. Alright, let's start the Rule 5 draft and see if Cishek even comes to us. Nope, he's gone. Okay. Hey, it's a switch pitcher, Pat Venditti. Hang on a sec, I gotta fix this. Is Out of the Park even support switch pitching? No. Rats. I guess they wouldn't build it for just one guy. Who got Cishek then? Rays did. Okay. That tracks. Scouting. Scout says we should add Mark DeRosa, but no, he's basically just another Jordan Espinoza. Let's skip. I think we're okay to not participate in this. Yep, over in 2 rounds. That tracks. Drew could actually improve his fielding. That'll be good when we actually get to, yeah. Alright, Joe Blanton leaves. Signs with New York. He's barely with us. Why are people upset about this? Minnesota wants to send us Victor Mercedes. That's a no. One of the defensive studs, Guillermo Reyes, heads from the Mets to the Cardinals. Yunel Escobar, 7 years, 11.1 mil to head to San Francisco. Christian Presici to the Royals. Jimmy Rollins to the White Sox. Chris Flynn to the Mariners. Hey, Seattle's trying. Good for them. Matt Scanlon to Houston for 5 years. Yeah, they won't regret that at all. I think Palafox hung on long enough to not trigger any issues with the Rule 5. Corcoran is an interesting option. I'm not sure if our bullpen really needs yet another middling arm. That's not bad, though. Alright. I'll take him up on that offer. What's the latest on Cordito? Oh, now it's up to 14.8. Yeah, so I think we're out on Julio Cordito. Hey, it's our old friend Tag Bozid. Do we bring Kaz Matsui back? Let's give him at least a minor league invite. Michael Kadire heads to the Athletics. The A's are still good. They blew a 3-1 series lead to the Pale Hose, but I mean, you got David Rolandini on your rotation. Alberto Callaspo, last season's batting title champ. Ryan Olsen looks like he heads to one of the New York clubs. I'm just thinking at the back of my mind, did Carlos Delgado actually stick in the major leagues this long in real life? I don't think he did. All right, Hall of Fame voting should be wrapping up soon. 18 mil, yes. Teams are spending a lot more money for a lot less. 18 mil for Michael Kadire. 19 mil for Tom Bryce. Now, if memory serves, the Marcus Thames contract was quite rich. Yeah, 107 million. So the Bryce contract is the new high watermark for contracts that we have issued. Because Drew was a sweetheart deal at 81 million over 8 years. Sizemore, 88 point, like that. By locking it on Drew and Sizemore, we really did set ourselves up for success. And if you notice, now we're lining up Bryce, Sizemore, and Drew with that 2016 year. That's probably going to be the end of the next cycle of this club. Still wouldn't mind getting a defensive shortstop, though. Especially to move Drew to second. Pedro Martinez, elected to the Hall of Fame in his first year of eligibility. That peak with the Dodgers and early on with the Braves was absolutely incredible. And then he tore his UCL and he was never the same pitcher. 6 Cy Youngs in a row from 1994 to 1999. 330 strikeouts. That's this era's highest number. No surprise there. Also getting the nod, Juan Gonzalez. 583 home runs, including 70 in that ridiculous 2001 season. Picks up the MVP from 1992. World Series championship in 1995 with the Texas Rangers. Well earned. Other first-timers are Dave Nilsson, Kevin Appier, Greg Maddox, John Olerud. I think the other issue is that there's barely any minor leaguers who have the range compared to a Martinez or a McDougal. I mean, given McDougal's won 8 Golden Gloves in his career, I feel like we have to keep trying for him. We put a Ubaldo Jimenez. Does anyone move the needle for him? Nope. Ramirez isn't budging, of course. Maybe I shouldn't have lowballed Cordito. I mean, a 20 home run shortstop is nothing to sniff at. Career zone rating of 104.2. Unfortunately, we do not have the budget anymore. Unless I try and lowball him in year 1. Well, okay, we biffed on Cordito. Let's keep that idea about going after McDougal in the back of our minds, though. Let's send a little bit more money. The draft slots, now that we got a compensation pick, did we actually get a... Yeah, I think we got a second rounder from Tampa Bay. Yeah, high second rounder. I'm probably going to regret doing that once the draft pool gets announced, but... Of course, the one time we're not in, like, down here is the year we make our big signing. Last time we did that was, of course, you remember, going after Mr. Ken Griffey Jr. Like the episode title says, bold or brainless. Tag Bozede heads to one of the LA teams. Alright, infield arm range, error, turn double play, all up by 5. Well, it's improved. He's still our shortstop at the moment. Palafox isn't that much of an improvement then. Alright, let's see who else we can send. Looks like Cameron Maben is not going to be improving in defense. Let's see if Derek Barton can get an improvement in catcher then. Failing that, we'll send Russell Martin to improve on his defense. Maybe he can pick up another position. Alright, Maben did actually get an improvement. 65s across the board. Alright, we have our center fielder for next season. Julio Cordito goes to the Dodgers. 4 by 14.3. Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Tony. I mean, I would not have given him the 3 years, 38.9 mil that the Pirates did, let's be honest. And that 6-win season that he put up in 2009 seems to have been an outlier based on, you know, the rest of his career. But still, if you take a look at my decision history, I was checking this a while ago, that's still the worst trade I've made. Sending Pena Jr., Estrada, oh, who hung up the cleats, wow. Kosuke Fukudome and Cesar Carrillo to the Pirates, only getting back Okajima and Brian Scott. Fukudome also figures in the other worst trade I've made, sending Jason Borges and Kaz Matsui to the Orioles, getting Fukudome. Still, not terrible. Those are my biggest blunders. Alright, since we do have a spot available then, and maybe we can send Jordy Mercer in once Barton's done his program. Let's get to preseason. I don't believe the majors had any neutral site games in 2011. We hit to Tokyo Dome in 2012. The Puerto Rico games. Kaz Matsui to the minors. John Corcoran to the bullpen. He disrupts the whole bento box bullpen, but I'm not going to say no to that. Brian Scott will be back in 5 days and ready for spring training. Darren Erstad to Los Angeles, interesting. And we're keeping ticket prices the same because I have a sneaking suspicion that even though our fan interest has gone up, we're still not going to sell out the barn if I try to increase them. Well, it looks like we're projected to get to 45,000 in capacity. Not bad at all. Still only 22nd in payroll, too, despite all the moves. It's a shame we can't add Zobrist because we already have a third baseman and a first baseman. The only thing I can think of is maybe making some trades for some upcoming free agents. Like adding a Bobby Crosby from the Blue Jays. Compares very favorably with Jordy Mercer. Mercer can stay on as a backup super utility dude. Alright, let's put a pin in that. That may be a trade worth making. Then again, we also have Kazuo Matsui down on the minor league team, and really, if we're going to put anyone at second base, it'd be him. What about pitchers? Any expiring pitchers? Adolfo Pierre. Noodler already changed hands once this season. Scott Nicholson. Selfish. Jason Slanina. That is a sweetheart deal. How about a fluky prospect? Like a Clay Fuller. We don't want to move off Slanina either. I mean, Matsui will contest with Jordy Mercer for that infield spot. Having him back for a single season isn't a bad thing. Outfield set. Palafox could contest the shortstop position, move Drew to second. Or do we start conversing with Toronto again about Marshall McDougall? Maybe that's what we do? Anyways, I've settled on what my new PC is going to be. It's basically going to be a ultra small form factor. I'm gonna get an AMD Ryzen. Alright, are we starting the season at home? Yes, we are, against the Diamondbacks. Okay, so April 1st, 2011. We're gonna have a new lineup intro. Let's talk with Toronto. Man, there's a lot of Australians in this game. Let's see what they'll do for... Let's start with a Yimi Garcia and go from there. No, we're close. Okay. It's not nothing. Let's throw in a Starlin Castro, a Henry Wrigley. There we go. Now we got who they actually want. The thing with Miles Michaelis is he's going to be a dynamo in the bullpen. If he can learn how to start, he'll be absolutely dominant in Coors. Not willing to give up on Chase Anderson yet. We just got some of these guys. All right. We also have Aaron Altair, who's going to be coming up at some point. Just throw enough prospects at him. Ask them to eat a little bit money. No, okay. Like, a soft-tossing bullpen guy doesn't do anything for me. He's also a number 75 prospect, so let's see if they're going to be up for eating some cash. Now let's add back in. Let's keep Phillips Pena, Fuller, Wrigley, Castro. I mean, Yimmy I'm okay moving on because the stuff, or the PBAP, the home run against isn't there. Michaelis, I tried to give him the stamina, or the stamina increase in the dev lab. It didn't work. I feel like low stuff doesn't play as well because I'm still getting Ks per 9. Okay, let's remove Michaelis. Not giving up on Mercer. I could move on Max Stassi, though. This would eat all of our remaining money. When his bat works, he's a 5-win player. And he hasn't been below like a double-digit zone rating at shortstop. Let's look through and see who else we can give up, like a Yolmer Sanchez. See if we can throw enough players that they'll say yes. Ten for 1. So, Jimmy Garcia. Oh, hey, the Blue Jays updated to their back in blue look. Good timing. Garcia, Fuller, Wrigley, Castro, Stassi. Giving up on Max Stassi might come back to bite me in the butt, but whatever. Barham, who's... Oh, the minor leagues have updated to the new look. Sanchez, Arcia, Goins, future Blue Jay himself. To get Marshall McDougal. 20% retained by the Bluebirds. There is our shortstop. Which means we can force start Drew over to second. Well, I hope I didn't make an oopsie in adding an 8-time Gold Glover. That'll fix the defense. We haven't had a defender this good since Carlos Guillen. Veek as a part-time DH. That'll be fun. We probably should go sign a backup outfielder, shouldn't we? We traded our 2 previous guys. Let's look outfielders. Give offer sheets to Carlos Beltran. Actually, hold on. Do an offer to Josh Hamilton as well. So let's compare these guys. Bourne, fragile, but is a spark plug, has no power. Hamilton, strong defender, spark plug, durable. Beltran, decent defender, good batter, fragile. Yeah, we're going to rescind the offer to Bourne. Zoop. How's the Devil app looking? Ooh, Derek Barton excelling at improved defense at catcher. Come on! And did that trade just totally tank my, No, it didn't tank my, minor league reputation. Good, good. Let's go out and add Clay Parker. Lock him up for 5 years. Alright, we got Beltran and Hamilton on minor league invites. That'll help the fact that we only have 3 outfielders. Oh, come on, Derek. Oh, that's a lot of excelling. Lock it in, Derek Barton. Did incredibly well. Arm, ability, and framing all up by 5. Okay. Now I feel comfortable locking him in long-term as our franchise catcher. I think I can still send guys for defensive improvements too. Yeah, we still can. So Jordy Mercer's going to go get some defense up. Ben Sheets finally heads to Atlanta. And Russell Martin successful. Ooh, that does look really good. Let's go into the dev lab and keep Russell Martin there. Let's trade him up at a different position. So if you take a look at the salaries, we really have locked in. I mean, we're going to decline Brian Scott's team option in all likelihood. That'll free up some budget. This is the team. This is our core. Rice, Sizemore, Drew, McDougal, Beltray, Martin, Barton. Maiden as well. Alright, so all the guys who got free agent offer or minor league deals. Matsui, Beltran, Palafox. Yes, Arrieta got an overall drop, but we still got Lowry and we still got Minor. Heilman out of the bullpen. Jimenez. Ubaldo out of the bullpen really does work, too. Let's see how this crew fares. I suspect we're going to bid Palafox farewell. Unless he really excels. Beltran getting a team captain designation. Okay. Alright. No bad personalities. Juan Uribe to Los Angeles. Tom Bryce is off like a rocket. Newsflash, spring training has started. Yeah, no kidding. Chase Anderson struggling again. No. No, do better. Endurance training is the biggest lottery ticket when it comes to starting pitchers, because if you can get a 3-pitch reliever to get up even 35 stamina, if you can get him to 40, even better, that's what nets you a starting pitcher. All right, Scott stamina down. Uehara velocity down. Oh well. Michaelis with a velocity boost. Bush probably won't be with the big club this season. We'll see. Barton with a defensive rating up. Yes. Jordy Mercer with multiple stats up. Yes. Beltran is basically our DH. A glorified bench bat and captain. Maybe we should have gone with Bourne. Where did my music go? There we go. You may just have to call someone up from the minors. All right, Zimmerman healthy. He joins the starting pitching logjam, or the pitching logjam we've got. I'm eager to see what the results are here. Come on, guys. Lock it in. Mike Minor, current movement rating improves by 10. Yes! And we got him for Chase Headley. Nick Vincent, outstanding. All right. He'll be in the bullpen at least. Chase Anderson, poor. Arm proneness increases. And velocity decreases. Oh no. Alright. We broke Chase Anderson. It was worth a try. Jason Shreve. Better arm proneness. And stamina up. Alright. Jason Shreve is going to be a starting pitcher. No chance to improve any more programs. So it'll be either Higley or Crowell who actually comes up if Beltran gets injured or something. I mean, maybe we shouldn't have traded both Peralta and Testa. But I mean, Josh Hamilton will definitely kick Heine. Beltran DHing or pinch hitting, not a bad call. And then we just hope everyone else stays healthy. 11-0 in spring training. Do not adjust your set. I mean, we were slated to get Kevin Kiermaier at our position. This is the Bryce Harper draft. And if he's going to San Fran, that's going to be a problem. I will not say no to Michael Fulmer. He profiles as our kind of guy. Kyle Crick, Matt Whistler. Yeah, okay, I get the hint. We need more pitching. Jose Leclerc. Okay. See if we can stretch him into a starter. All right, first cuts day coming up. And we finally suffer our first loss of the season, and Uehara might be injured. All right, who? We're gonna keep Leak. Alman's pitched well. But his home run against went down, so we're going to excuse Heilman from his minor league deal. Promote Rasmus. Promote Michaelis. I still want to try and stretch him out, gosh darn it. Thank you for the follow, CW Pretty. Yeah, it might be Minard stealing that fifth rotation spot over Leak. are going to option down Travis Chapman. Option down Brent Morel. Palafox has played like crud, so we're just going to release him from his deal. So Matsui, Mercer, and Espinoza as our three utility infielders. Paxton backing up the catcher spot. Let's see if there's anyone on the waiver wire who can help us out in the outfield. Nobody yet. Okay. Let's see how badly Uehara's injured. Torn flexor tendon. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, Takahashi moves into the closer role. Corcoran backing up. Just can't trust the arms some days. I know it's just spring training and we shouldn't read too much into it. Ah, Jordan Zimmerman injured again. Well, at least these guys are making my tough choices for me. That helps. With two captains in Beltran and Espinoza, I got a good feeling about this club. Mercer, no noticeable changes. Oh well. That's a preseason prediction, dare I ask. I don't think we're going the full 2 hours tonight. We are probably going to wrap this one up early-ish. Raid y'all into another Out of the Park streamer. PB Eason's going. There you go. And unlike last weekend, the Saturday Soren will be back. It's a KBO draft. And we'll see if your Hanwha Eagles, defending champions in the Korean series, can win the pennant. Been a long time since that's happened. I mean, we're projected to win the division. I'll take it. Sizemore and Bryce both expected to be big contributors. Russell Martin ditto. Nick Lowry with a sub-3 ERA in Coors. I'll believe it when I see it. And oh yeah, Steven Strasburg is probably going to start the season with the Red Sox. Oof. Mary Strasmus. Okay, so Leak isn't quite ready for big time yet. Neither is Bush. He's still got an option here, so down he goes. Evans had a bad couple of games. And he still has option years left, so down he goes. Hey, Russell Martin learned how to play in the outfield. He's not good, but he's out there. So we have a backup right fielder in case of emergency. Let's get to the end of spring training and see how things are doing. All right, 21-9 in spring training. We're going to be sending down Mike Leake. I want Ethmo in the rotation. Let's not start the service clock yet on Leake. That'll be next season. We gotta cut one more pitcher. Does Ubaldo have... Ubaldo's out of ARB years. Nick still has 2. Cyrus Matos really pitched well. And he's out of options. How about Zinneker? Zinneker still has 3. What about Dasny? Dasny has 2. Ah, this is tough. You know what? Let's wave and DFA Jimenez and see if anyone picks him. There's our bullpen. Nick Vincent made the club out of spring training. Rotation of Lowry, Arrieta, Scott, Minor, and Morales. Oh, he's so good. Batters, we only have 1 cut to make. Is it Mercer? All right, Josh Hamilton for certain we are placing on the 40-man roster. Welcome to the club. Beltran against my better judgment. Because we do need 2 outfielders. Matsui. We're going to keep Matsui. We're going to DFA Efren Espinoza. See if anyone takes them. Drew's power outage is a bit worrisome. Marshall McDougall with 5 home runs in spring training. Martin in the leadoff spot. Ooh. Ooh. Spicy. Alright, new predictions. Let's see. Tom Bryce did exactly as advertised. I cannot wait to see what he does for the next half-decade in purple pinstripes. Alright, still 15th in the rankings. Shebler's moving up. Boltonevich, last year's first-round pick, among the options. Skaggs, still looking pretty solid. I mean, no, we don't have Trout and DeGrom. Jesus. We could be a lot worse. The Mariners only have Kipnis. Alright. Predictions. They're calling for us to win the NL West by 1 game. That's interesting. Does defense mean nothing to you? We also don't have any real platoon splits. Maybe there's a justification to sit Drew and play Mercer at second against lefties. No, not even. Drew really is that good. And versus DH, Matsui or Beltran. Actually, if anything, let's force start Beltran to DH. I'd rather have him there than Matsui. Oh, Matsui's defensive ratings went down. Oh no, when did that happen? Well, that's what Mercer's for. So, no Uehara, no Pelfrey, but adding Arrieta for cheap, Lowry in a good deal, Corcoran free agent signing, Bryce free agent signing, McDougal in a very risky trade, but one that I feel mildly confident about. Hamilton seems happy. Jason Shreve's stamina went up. Starter inbound. Chase Anderson velocity went down. Yeah. Let's ask a quick setup in the minor leagues. And let's force start Michaelis to see if we can stretch him out. Because if he can get starting stamina, he becomes a dominant pitcher in this league. Mike Leake's gonna DH. Why not? Why not? All right, game one of the young season. Jack is on the mound up against Lowry. Lefty on lefty matchup. We will hold here for now. Once we decline Brian Scott's team option, then we'll have the money to actually give Derek Barton that multi-year deal that he so rightfully earned. Actually, let's see if we can buy out a few RBers. All right, let's go lock up Derek Barton. Now that he's improved his defense. So new pitching, new defense, new left fielder ready to absolutely knock the stuffing out of the baseball. Yeah, this is going to be fun. All right, that'll do it for me. Let's go right into someone. Let me see who. And then you'll see me next on Saturday, back at 2 p.m. Eastern, with the Saturday Sorin. Say hi to PBE Sim for me. That's our raid target. Time is precious, folks, and I'm grateful that you've chosen to spend some of yours with me tonight. Firage, take us out! Finish the week strong, folks. See you Saturday.